LeBron announced he's going to the Sixers, which the reason why I was telling you that all that stuff was false.
詹皇为何放弃勇士？骑士与热火最后选择76人。富保罗亲口揭露，关键不只在争冠，更牵动的是家人距离与情感。
All this speculation, and again, these guys are just trying to do their job. So I'm not, but ultimately, we wanted to be very, very, very tight to the best.
Of course.
Because, it was a tough decision for him.
And did he just make the decision? How long has he known about the Sixers?
He just really decided on it, like
100%.
Bang, bang, yeah.
Was it down to the Sixers and Golden State at the end?
It was pretty layered across the board.
What were the deciding factors?
Well, I think, obviously, the most important thing is once you had a conversation with your family and they are okay with it, I think it's all, you skin downhill at that point. Now you can really
but wait a minute, he has the conversation with the family because he's thinking about Philly. But because I imagine if it's Golden State, you don't have to talk to anyone. It's right there.
It's very easy, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but Philly or Miami is...
The distance, yeah, that plays a huge role. I think he talked about it, being just so far away. But I think it's a testament to what his family has always meant to him and how they supported him in understanding just his love for the game. Man, this is the love for the game decision. This successful in life, still wanting to play the game. I don't know what else you can say about it outside of someone being very obsessed with the game of basketball.
And also choosing, you'd say, well, the Thunder and the Spurs are in the West, but actually the East is better than the West right now. The best team in basketball is in New York. They just proved it against San Antonio. The Sixers are obviously now retooled with LeBron and Jaylen Brown. The Celtics may have gotten better with all these maneuvers. We'll see. So LeBron joins the Sixers in a packed conference.
Yeah, I think he helps everybody on that team, though. I really do. I think when you talk about a secondary playmaker, if he's your secondary playmaker, you have the best secondary playmaker in the league, right? I think he helps Tyrese in terms of pick and roll action, that 1-3, 1-4 pick and roll. I think Nick Nurse can take a little page out of Ty Lue's book and using Tyrese as the screener. When you talk about a guy like VJ Edgecombe, he definitely helps him because when you're so athletic, you tend to lean on that a lot. But in VJ's case, like really honing in and being efficient, right? Because now, the thing about it, when you add a LeBron, everything changes. And I really mean this. That's why it's not easy for someone who is predeemed to be a star player on the team. When he comes, he kind of shows you how big or little of a star you actually are. And it takes a special kind of person mentally to embrace that, right? And I think that the familiarity with him and Tyrese, you don't have to worry about that with Tyrese, right? Because they know each other, they embrace each other, they've been working out together for the last 5 years, so you won't have any pushback. That is, you can't pay for that. You can't put a value on that. And then just the work ethic coming in every day in that facility is you get better by osmosis. Like it's hard for you not to want to be
your peers
better
influence you
when you have that around you. And then one key word I think that'll be very important that I think the Sixers will give off and the city of Philadelphia will give off is just a profound appreciation for him. And I think that'll be big going into the season. And look, I think do they have the perfect roster? Probably not. Do they have a pretty good starting five? Probably so. Do they have the capabilities to, do some trim around the edges stuff? Absolutely. When you have guys like Bob Myers and Gans and Jameer Nelson, and also don't forget Elton Brand still there as well. And so, look, it was a decision that he made. It was really a tough decision for him. All I had to do was really set the table, getting all the information, and you allow him to make the decision. And, I'll let him talk more about his decision at the time being, go in depth. But, these things are always fun, man. These things, you've been with me throughout the whole thing, going back and forth. and all the speculation out there, as you can see, was so far left. I mean, I felt bad for my guy Adam Schefter. Somebody sold him a lemon, and it's just one of those things, man. But I'm happy for LJ. I'm happy for the Sixers. Respect to all the other teams that was in position, but ultimately it's his choice, and I think that choice, that's a roller coaster ride. You can see from the end of the season to this and this and this and this, and the emotional attachments and how hard it is to go away from a Miami and go away from a Cleveland, and who wouldn't want to play with Steph Curry and Draymond Green?
But it's not the choice of someone who is really pursuing a championship.
Yeah, but what I'm explaining to you is, I'm not in his shoes. I'm on the other side, but I'm seeing the emotional roller coaster every day, every single day.
You mean the pendulum is going back and forth?
Yeah, and the beauty of it was, it was the first time I got to see him be a kid again.
So in other words, part of the difficulty in the decision was they really were a lot of attractive options.
How could it not be?
Right.
Home is home. Miami is Miami. It's Pat and
they have a good team.
And I think that, I think that everyone was at some point leading the race.
Were the reports true when it seemed to be narrowed down to what was widely reported was Golden State, Cleveland, Miami, Philly? That's what it got whittled down to. Were those reports true?
Those were true.
So for the last however many weeks, it's been going back and forth among those four. Did it ever get to 3 or 2?
No.
It was always those 4.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota, you always kept an eye there because, Tim Connelly's on it. He's on it. It's just, for whatever reason, but...
It's freezing up there.
I mean, Philadelphia is not any cooler.
Yeah, I know, but Philadelphia, New York is right
there.
It's like it's,
yeah.
There are reports that Embiid is like in better shape than he's been, et cetera, et cetera. Was that part of the process, vetting kind of like where Embiid was physically?
Yeah, I don't want to be too hard on Embiid, but yeah, you have to think about all those things. And from my understanding, Embiid is doing a hell of a job this summer. It's the first summer he's actually been healthy, not having some type of surgery over the summer, which is always good. And look, anybody knows if Embiid is your best player on the team, you're a really good team. If he's your second best player on the team, you're an unbelievably good team. If he's your third best player on the team, this is basically the U.S. I mean,
But the crazy thing about Embiid, Rich, is he's like AD. Actually, when he's on the floor,
he's
healthy,
unstoppable.
He's
unstoppable.
actually he's by far the best player on that team.
Yeah, he's
if
unstoppable.
He's healthy.
Look, I'm happy for LJ. He made his choice. He's happy with it. It's weird, seeing a guy that accomplished still get excited and a little nervous and all the, it's actually a cool thing to see because he's not too cool about the situation.
He's not trying to play it like he's not excited.
Like, but and then now all the media, people can go on vacation and so happy about
By
that
the way,
because
do
kids
you know
will be
how
back in
many
school
people? You know how many people I know, friends in the media over the years. They're like, Max, what do you know?
Yeah.
What can you tell?
Jacoby told me the same thing.
They were just like,
knew
just
nothing.
tell me when so I can plan my vacation.
Nobody knew nothing. Today was the first day that people started knowing anything because we have to let some of his brand partners kind of know something is coming.
Right.
And so
when was the decision made?
Shit. I mean, probably about, I don't know, what time was it last night? 1 in the morning? Something
Now
like
I know
that.
why you didn't see the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Now I know why.
Kind of went through it all yesterday. Back and forth, 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 back and forth. I didn't really sleep. I haven't had a haircut, I'm in the grind of it all. But I'm happy for him.
这次决定证明 LeBron 生涯末段追求的不只是冠军几率，还有家人的支持与被城市珍惜的感受。你认为费城真的是他最有机会夺冠的选择吗？